What's good? Konnichiwa, bitches. Unstable creature here, ready to come off the line with it. And you know what? This time I'm gonna go off my notes. Because even though I take notes, a lot of times I'm just going off my mouth and going off of what I remember, what I think, and all of that shit. And my notes just stay aside. I just keep them just for just shit that I be looking back on from the time that I've been starting with my channel, and then keeping up with all the notes and all of the sayings of different shit. So I'm just gonna jump kind of like right on into the commentators, because you know in the beginning of the game, if y'all wasn't there to catch the game, I watched the game I watched the game I caught it. Okay, 'cause last week I didn't catch it, and I wish I could have watched it fully, because the channel that I watched really had like a 5-minute delay or from the talking and the movement. So I watched it just seeing if I can just keep up as long as I could. But I guess I last throughout the whole game, since I was already trying to match the words up with the screen. Okay, so whatever. And that was on YouTube. I found that somebody, while I was trying to watch the highlights, somebody posted up a game, but it was a delay, so I guess that's the only way they can, because, you know, have these little write-ups and shit like that. Okay, so what I was about to say about the commentaries in here are calling us desperate and winless. Winless, okay, but don't be calling us desperate. Okay, we in a different place, in a different mood, in a different space. We are not desperate for anything. We know that we have the motor. We have all of this. We have everything to get to where we got to go. Don't be called. I'm the only one that can call us desperate, dickless, or whatever the fuck you want to call. I'm the only one that can come at us like that. You can't. I don't care. I don't care if you have a longer standing career in the NFL. I know that when it comes down to the NFL, for a very long time, nobody wanted to see the Raiders on top. So even if we have a new agreement with a new personnel or whatever the case, it don't stop what you guys were already pushing forward for to the beginning. So I guess now your paycheck changed. Now they paycheck changed. Now you're able to be a little cold side. Okay, and again, Broncos coming in at 2-1. We starting the game 0-3, and again, the announcer's gonna remind us that we're the only one in the league with the 0-3. Guess what? That was good, because it gave us a lot of strength. It got us a lot of strife, and it gave. If, like I said, everybody pay attention to the game, it gave us something to actually view and look at. I didn't come in from the first, second, third game. I don't have no problem with looking at it like, okay, they got it, but that don't mean that they can beat us. That don't mean that we have shit that we also are trying to figure out on the field. So I know good and goddamn well. And then the Titans could have went another way, because like I said, I watch and I pay attention to everything. Titans could have went another way, so I'm not mad at the loss. This loss that came about now, this win that came about, I was looking like, about damn time, because now you can pay attention. Mind you, everybody had to sit down, which they really needed, because even no matter how much skills we have on the squad, it's important for the skills that we have to all link up, all meet, all, make it make sense. So while we're going through that, and I don't know why you just didn't practice that time during the preseason. Nobody is bigger than thee, or nobody bigger than thou. So I don't understand. Even though you have the rookies, you have this, but if you need time on the field, and then y'all switch up quarterbacks, with the rookies, y'all switch up this, that just sets a different tone. Because when these niggas have to interact with each other, y'all should be like way better. But enough of that. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the game. Of course, it was fucking great. And like I said, even though the announcers mentioned that we enter into the week 4, 0-3, I'm still with we in a league of our own. Don't even play, because guess what? Our 0-3, I bet with a 17 game setup now, we gonna be in there. You know why? Because they've been working with us. The structure is for us to get up in there, okay? So that we can host this Super Bowl 2024. Don't play with us. Don't take nothing from us. We just trying to get all of these kinks and iron our clothes right, so we can be up in that thing right. You know what I mean? all this right now is just like, just getting it together. Okay. Now, I want to, this opening... Okay, yeah, the opening quarter. which is a really good. That was a really good opening. The first quarter, the rotation was healthy. When I said the rotation was healthy, you have all of these different players doing their thing, and I love it when somebody else is not trying to step on somebody else's toes. Everybody have a place, because if it's a man on man thing, everybody had their own man to attend to. You can't be trying to step on somebody else's toes when your man is over here. So overall, let me tell you something. I don't care if nobody be rooting for the D. I'm gonna always root for the D, because the D be out there doing that thing. They stand 10 toes down. I just wish I could be back there with you. Yeah. Okay, and of course, Hobbs out here doing his thing all day. It's not surprising, but for me, when I've done a lot of videos and I haven't did or talked about Josh Jacob probably since probably Washington was around and rotating the ball, but he made his presence known. It was like whatever y'all been going through, y'all been, this, and this, which I feel like the O-line has been trying to, get Carr to pay attention to everybody and not just, ooh, we're going to do this. Because, yeah, you can shoot your shot, but you got to know when to try it another time. If you try 3 times in a row, all of our tries, and they've all been knocked off. You're like, you find a time to get your footing in, and that's what it's about. So, yeah, Josh Jacob, his presence was most definitely felt on the field. I like how he came out. I like how it felt like after this sit down, everybody had an understanding of where everybody probably just playing their position, because offense seemed a little different, because it seemed like everybody was like, more, except towards the end of the game where, it looked like he was throwing just sporadic shit. But during this first quarter, like I said, the rotation was healthy. That was good. Everybody was in. It seemed like everybody was on. And I'm talking about offense, defense. Everybody was in the same space. And what couldn't happen, they didn't butcher each other about it. It wasn't like a big-ass force. It wasn't nothing that. So, shout out to the Raiders for, standing up and doing their thing, working together like they should. Congratulations should always be intact for them. I'm not bothered about it. Look, you in a league of your own, okay? You came into the week... Came into week 4-3. Who else is doing that? Who else is doing that? Nobody else is doing that, because you know what? They know that y'all finna come and open up. They just know that they can't give you a full season where you're undefeated when they've always been trying to keep your ass defeated. So, okay. Now we got Nate everywhere. I want to talk about Robertson, because Robertson was hitting it. Now, this is one thing. When he first did something... Oh, well, Robertson tripped up when he was going man-to-man and they started talking shit. That nigga tripped. I was telling myself, like, don't do it. Don't jump back in his face. Don't just... You know what I mean? If you know you got the skills, just go ahead and hit it next time or whatever. It did take us... He did his thing. He was there. He wanted everything to be felt, that he was talking shit and all that shit. After he felt, he talked shit. But my thing is, after he realized that he did not have to talk shit because it was really fucking with his game. When he tripped the first time, him getting up and running to him, the reason why the boy didn't even say shit, because he already knew Robertson was on his ass. It took for him to fall down and do that to get there. So, seeing all that, and then the 2 plays after that, where he was really trying to get there, all he needed to do was just take a deep breath. Like the whole team, y'all all need to take a deep. Like, stop trying to stretch when y'all stretching for greatness when y'all look at somebody else. But y'all great. Y'all are great. Don't be looking at them like, ooh, okay, he got one on me. It's not about that. Cause soon as he tripped and got the fuck back up, the main thing I said was, do not talk shit. Just line it the fuck back up. And you know what he did? He got the fuck up talking shit, and it took us like 2 plays to get that out of him. And then he started realizing, you know what? I got the skills to get him. I just need to, start paying attention to me. Don't pay attention to him. And in that situation, when I tell you, when he stopped talking shit and just played the game, it showed where he was. It showed his skills. It showed everything. He didn't even have to talk no more shit after that. That's how you supposed to do that. That's how you do that there. I feel like that's what's up. And then on top of that, I shot all the way down, because usually my videos, I'll be looking like, you know what, Carr, if you own our team, you have to fucking act right. I did like seeing the hustle on Carr.
when he was running that ball. When he was going for it, when I was looking like that's the hustle we need, because even if he felt like the first couple games went another way, he know he don't want to fall too far behind, okay? And the reason why I said everybody was working on individual stacks last game, because that's all that showed. That's all that showed. It didn't show nothing in the team. It showed everything individually, as far as like individual. And when you listen to the game and somebody throwing out these stacks of, oh, Carr is looking really good, you be looking like, hell, the game is fucked. The game is, we're going down. So when you think about that and everybody working on their individual stacks and you talking about 1,000-yard throws and are throwing for this and this and this and this, you be looking, that shit don't reflect in the game. So how did you gonna tell me on this game that he did this, but look at the whole fucking team and look how the game went. Suck that shit. That's what I be saying. Now I felt like on this game, all from 1, 2, 3, all was put into perspective. And I'm not even lying. I'm not mad. Like I said, I like Carr's hustle. I like Robertson the way he, you know what I mean, kind of, he wanted to go for it, but he put himself right back in a position to just pay attention and, you know, stay focused on what he got to do. Because 9 times out of 10, Raiders shoot, I don't care who y'all pick up. Y'all know what y'all be picking up, though. Y'all know what y'all be picking up. Especially when y'all have to do, just don't play these games. That is nice. I'm going to move on. Who we got? We got, Abram. Abram was doing his thing. They say Johnson, Carr. You know, I wrote Carr and Good Hustle right next to each other, or Carr and Hustle, because when he stepped out, I be saying like that's that Rich Gannon shit, but when he stepped out, that hustle, you can see that hustle, you can see that grind in him, and ain't nothing wrong with that. When I be looking at him, long as he don't, you know what I mean, get fucked up trying to run out there, but he always makes sure the vision is clear. The tunnel, you know, everything is clear before he really go out there or whatever, or he can go out to the side. So that was good. That hustle was good. It was like everybody was on. Everybody started looking at everybody's position, didn't complain, didn't do nothing. Everybody gave a high fives, a pat on the back, and moved forward. And that's what we need throughout the whole game. Although, I want to say the last quarter or something like that, where we kind of like, who did we have? And it kind of like went left a couple times. Okay, but that's not here nor there. Then we're going to move on to Denzel Perry. Excuse me. Perryman. I actually like that. See, I put these little marks like, you can't really see their names. It has this boop, boop, boop. You know, you get the 4 or 5, you slash out. So that's like their tackles and, you know what I mean, shit that they do actually that really does something to the play. I always put a mark or a slash by their names, and it's always, you know, defense. You know, and see, Aaron, I'm glad you happy that y'all lost, but guess what? Bitch, my D is better than yours. Okay, that's neither here nor there. That's not here nor there. Actually, it is here and there because, you know, she was excited. She was like, she not moved, but you not moved because your D ain't better than ours. Or should I say, I ain't gonna say ours. Your D ain't better than mine. I've been working with my D. I've been talking to my D. We've been looking and we've been trying to play this shit, put this shit together so we can be out. Okay, enough of that. Enough of the clowning. Okay, before I go out, of course, I'm gonna say this again. Rotation was healthy. It was something that I really like to see. Am I missing something? Where's my reference? But anything, rotation was healthy. I wrote that like in the beginning. First quarter, boop, rotation, healthy, because even if we move, you know, a couple yards, it's like getting everybody there, getting it. And then the defense don't know what the fuck you gonna do. You're supposed to always keep, you know, your opponents on their toes. Yeah, you gonna have the greats, okay? They're gonna be always looking to eat your grade up. But y'all got several greats. And it shouldn't stop there. They can't stop you even if they wanted to. Who is next? Fucking Chiefs. I can't stand their asses. I'm telling you, when I say I'm going to be 10 toes watching this motherfucking game on a Monday Night Live, we got the spotlight. That's what the hell I'm be doing, because I don't like the Chiefs for shit. And we almost had them last year, but you know what? I think we won one and lost the other. But you know what? I'm just like the Chiefs. I don't care who the Chiefs get. They ain't got shit on us. And the only time that we fall out of pocket is that, I don't know if it'd be like, you know how you know people from the other players, you know they have skills and shit like that, but you have to know that you're great. And then in this situation, let me tell you, in this situation where you have the NFL working with your ass, y'all got all of this shit about to pop up for y'all. Y'all better act like y'all are above, not above the, but act like y'all got to say y'all great. Put this shit out here and run with that shit. I don't care what nobody say. You like what's that little thing on YouTube where they be looking like you gotta speak it into existence? It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. Y'all better say that. It's a whole lot of whatever on the field. Let me try that again. It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. That's not even a wallet. Okay, so with that being said, I would congratulate, you know what I mean, the Raiders shout outs all day. Because, like I said, I like the D. And I'm going to say it again. Sierra might be in a good mood, but girl, we have to show you my D is better than yours. Okay, with that being said, I think I know I probably didn't get everybody. And you know what? See, this is what I be saying about you know, you get that ball to Darren Waller, he's able to do what he can. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at from skills that we have, because look at this, Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, all of this shit that we have already originally had, now coming out, hitting on all cylinders, like all together. We still have Devontae Adams. We still have everything that we wanted. We still have everything we need. Now we just like really have to put it together. This game, even if we would have lost this game, I think the experience of rotating the ball, the experience of just really getting there because of the players, you know, just trying to make sure everything is hitting on all cylinders with everybody. Yeah, like that'll be one that I would probably pay attention to a little more because of how everybody played. If you like, everybody just played their position. Now, of course, yeah, in order for Broncos to score, you know, it has to be on our defense. But if you see how our defense really take a stance, really play their part, you get out there and you show me something. Okay? Shout out to Max Crosby, too. He's been doing his thing, always doing his thing. And, you know, the good thing to see about all of this is everybody playing their part. It's not like, oh, I have to be here. Oh, no, I got to take the spotlight. I got to do this. It's the point of this whole line just moving the way they have been. And it's like, okay, I want to see more. I want to see more, you know, this good rotation on offense and this solid defense stance that they've been having. Like, y'all been good in the red zone, too. Like, I would see a couple plays where, you know, you get it. But y'all have been good in the red zone. Like, I don't give a fuck what nobody else say. Like, psh, y'all got me. Like, fuck them. Fuck them. And I ain't mad at it. Like I said, you know what I mean? I'm going to keep on taking my notes because sometimes when I make my videos, I do forget, you know what I mean, who I'm, like, really going on. And I try to cut my video or try to do my notes within the quarters and shit like that. But then if I get too excited, get to talking about some stuff, I just be writing shit around. So, just overall, I respect the game. I respect even more that we didn't even lose to Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson! I respect that we didn't even lose to Mr. Wilson. I respect that, you know what I mean, everything that led up until that point that we actually put it on the field wasn't too much of a fight. Everybody stood up for what they thought may have been their fault. Like, as you see, my bad, that's my fault. It don't matter if we, like, have to fall back 10 yards. You know what I mean? It's on us. Look, it's something honorable about somebody standing up. We ain't talking about a motherfucker that make mistakes all the time, every day. You're like, my bad. You just know that's the mistake person. But we talking about in a situation right here where shit could be obviously, and a motherfucker be like, try to play it like it ain't their fault, it ain't this, it ain't that. That's how a team cannot grow. Because everybody's going to start realizing, nigga, it is your fault. And until you start saying like, oh, I got you. I see, let's do this. Boom, bam, we can only get better. See, we ain't had too many penalties. We haven't had that many penalties. We actually, defense is the one usually racking up all the penalties. You see how we moving right now? feel like somebody that took it to the garage and like cleaned our little shaft and our little hooks and shit like that on the gun. I'm just saying, we're gonna be shooting a little better. You know what I mean? We ain't getting too jammed up. Not for that. I need to stop talking like that. Oh wait, that's why they always try to put a nigga in jail. Guns. I don't like them no more. No. But, believe it when I say, we are getting ready to be on our way. Don't fucking play. Reddit's all day. We getting it in. Hey, 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 hey. Happy Winning F Day, y'all. Bop, bop, bop. Oh, God bless.